Just after 6 this morning, to a major development here at home, the government of Saskatchewan has announced it's selling off a Crown corporation. A large chunk of information services is heading outside the public umbrella. Wayne Mantika explains. Meanwhile, another Crown corporation is still in power and one step closer to increasing your electricity bill. The Saskatchewan Rate Review Panel is recommending a Sask Power rate hike. The change would result in a 4.9% increase for the majority of homes. The request now goes to the provincial government for a final decision. If approved, the increase would take effect January 1st.
Just after 7 this morning, when you wake up, get ready for the scraper, but by this afternoon, it's all going to melt away. That rapid change in temperature has the province stepping up its plans for the spring.
A special cabinet committee will be responsible for coordinating the actions of various government ministries when the time comes. But as Wayne Mantika reports, the NDP says now is just simply too late.
7:10 this morning. Let's check in with our business dude over at BNN. Michael, of course, called me Dudette in our last hit. So, hey, dude, what's going on?
Well, what I'm looking at, very good. I like you.
Meanwhile, a historic day for the U.S. and Myanmar. U.S. President Barack Obama arrived in the country this morning, making it the first ever visit by an American president. Now, Obama met with the Myanmar president, then arrived at the home of opposition leader Aung San Suu Kyi. U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton was also on the journey. Tens of thousands of people poured into the streets to get a look at the motorcade as it passed. The trip is meant to encourage a string of political reforms in the country where military rule has persisted for decades.
We're back live at the Ledge this morning, and we're here to bring you the rest of your top headlines. Of course, we're going to have more interviews following the provincial budget throughout the morning. But besides our provincial numbers, a big day for the federal financial forecast as well. Finance Minister Jim Flaherty says today's budget will be a balancing act.
Now, the mission is to stimulate job growth while keeping a tight rein on spending. Flaherty plans to crack down on tax cheats.
All right, 6:11. Let's check in with Michael Kane from BNN this morning. I don't know why
You're
I just
in a
said
mood
that.
this morning, aren't you?
I'm in a good mood, great mood. It's a great Tuesday. What's going on in business?
Former South African President Nelson Mandela is back in hospital.
The 94-year-old was readmitted just before midnight with a recurrence of a lung infection. Mandela has been in and out of hospital over the last couple of months. In December, he spent more than 2 weeks undergoing treatment for that lung infection. Mandela first contracted TB in the 1980s while incarcerated at Robben Island Prison.
It is Nutrition Month, and this year's theme is put your best food forward.
We love when you use puns too. You're right in our world. So you're performing tonight, big performance coming up?
I am. I'm really excited about it, actually.
Any hints for us? Because we know your big song, Call Me Maybe, but is it going to be in rendition or something different?
I will say that style-wise, I was kind of inspired by like Cyndi Lauper, and we're going like a little bit funkier and rebellious with the second song, so yeah.
I gotta ask, all the girls are screaming when you come in here. What's the best fan reaction you've ever seen?
The best fan reaction I've ever seen.
I like it best
when people don't scream in my face, actually.
When large men tuck their shirts through the collar and then run around like this. It's one of my personal favorites.
Thank you guys. Good luck. Have a great time tonight.
Thank you.
Have a good night. You guys are up for Fan Choice Award. That's a huge one. Lots of competitors. Who is your biggest competition out there?
Oh, I feel like almost everyone in that category is like way beyond us in that realm, but it's just crazy that we're even considered in that part, so it's really cool.
For fans that weren't able to get out to Coachella to watch you guys perform, what can they hope to look for tonight during your performance?
Well, anyone who knows our band knows that the love is in the music, so it will be there tonight.
Good luck tonight. Thank you so
guys.
much. Have fun.
That was Metric. Of course, it's still electric down here. We're loving it. Red carpet action. A couple more bands to come. Stay with us. More CTV, Journey to the Junos, coming your way. Internationally, 2 rockets have struck southern Israel this morning. Now, this is on day 2 of U.S. President Barack Obama's visit to that region. Now, one rocket exploded in the courtyard at a home, causing damage but no injuries. The other landed in an open field. Now, no one has claimed responsibility, but Israeli police say the rockets were launched by Palestinian militants in Gaza. Obama was kilometers away in Jerusalem at the time, where he toured Israel's National Museum. Now, he will meet with Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas in the West Bank later today. One early investigation suggests North Korea may not have been responsible for the massive cyber attack on its southern neighbor. Now, a Chinese internet address could be the source of that attack that happened yesterday. It affected 32,000 computers at 6 banks and media companies in South Korea. Suspicion immediately fell on North Korea, but that country hasn't been completely cleared just yet. Experts say it could take weeks to confirm the culprit because internet addresses can be easily manipulated.
Now let's go over to BNN where Michael Kane will be reporting this morning. Michael, inflation is on the rise in our country. I'm guessing this isn't good news.
Well, no, I'm really glad you put it like that because I got a few different ways to pull this apart.
Thank you for breaking that down because I think, yeah, the automatic reaction is, oh no. But hey, if we're making more, that's great.
Exactly.
Healthy economy.
That's a really interesting aspect of this whole thing.
All right, thanks, Michael. We will talk to you tomorrow.
Take care, Molly.
Well, in a digital world with smartphones everywhere, can you text anything you want and keep it private? That's what the Supreme Court of Canada will determine today. The ruling stems from an appeal that has the TELUS Corporation pinned against the federal government. The mobile company argues that police should require a wiretap warrant to release customers' text messages as opposed to a much easier one obtained by just a general warrant. Now, this comes after TELUS was asked to hand over texts. Pandas!
That's all you got to say is just pandas.
That's all you got to say. People smile. What a reception for a pair of pandas landing in our cold country yesterday. Only 5 years until they're a little bit closer to us.
Well, they get a warmer reception than some politicians receive arriving in our country. Prime Minister and his wife helped welcome 2 giant pandas from China to our country, and it seemed even the Prime Minister can't help but feel the pandemonium.